Okay, first, I would like to thank the family of Garth. So I want any member of the Welsh family to shout as loud as you can. Woohoo! And take cognizance. Very good. So thank you all so much for coming. For Filipinos, family is the very bone of our culture. So for that, I would like to thank you all from the bottom of my heart, all the Welsh family, Nana, Deb and Todd. Thank you so much, and Cam, from the bottom of my heart. Please know that your presence here is so much appreciated. I would also like to thank the star of tonight. No, not Alex and Garth, not yet. It's Rai and Ava. Rai and Ava, can you come on, stand up? Woohoo! You know, these two are such sweethearts. They've been very welcoming, not only to Alex, but to me. So, Garth, I congratulate you for raising such good kids. You should be proud of them. Woohoo! Next, I want to welcome the Shao family. Why are you saying hoo-hoo? Are you Shaos? Okay, and I would like to make a special mention of my mother-in-law. We call her Ama. She's, can I tell them your age? She's 85 years old, and she traveled like a long way just to attend the wedding of her precious granddaughter. So Ama, thank you. Jack and Carla, Joy and Benson, thank you so much. And last but not the least, the loudest of them all, the Padilla family! Guys, these are the people who gave Garth a massive migraine when he visited Iligan. Okay? So, again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Know that for a Filipino wedding, this is so small. Sorry, but my mother-in-law had what, Mom? They had like 400 guests. And now we have 70, but...
65.
Oh, okay. 65, but do know, take note that the people here are the most special and the closest to all of our hearts. So be glad that you're here, and we love you for that. Okay? And now for my 2 cents piece for the newlyweds. Garth and Alex, can you stand up, please? Good boy. Okay, you may sit down now.
You mean yes, Mom?
Okay. No. So, okay, you may sit down now, kids. Now, I'd like to give you my 2 cents piece about marriage, okay? I think that marriage is all about building a life together, okay? So you have to nurture that togetherness. You have to be each other's solace. You have to be each other's... Are you listening, Alex? You have to be each other's rock. No, really, truly. You know, you'll be partners for life. So be partners, be there for each other, not just physically, not just financially, but emotionally. You have to be soulmates. You have to be there even when it gets boring, even when the passion dies down, the romance just, I don't know, wherever it goes. So, yes, please do take care of each other. You know, Garth, take care of my princess, okay? And Alex, of course, you take care of your husband, okay? And I'd like to say my thoughts about Alexandra. It's very rare that I say a few proud things about my daughter. Alex is as the cousins know, she's a nonconformist. She's a free spirit. And she chose to get away from Iligan. Yes, that's correct. She wanted us off her backs. So she decided to come all the way here and away from, the usual comforts that she's been used to. But Alex, I'd like to tell you now and in front of everyone, I truly admire you for your grit and your tenacity. The 7 years that she spent here, boy, oh boy. Probably Fred doesn't know, because if he did, he would say, Alice, you better come back here. But when she was broke, she did everything. She depended on her life skills. She took care of dogs. She toiled in the kitchen. She sold her stuff. That's why, Fred, if you think some of your stuff are missing, go ask Alex.
Your Rolex that I love.
But truly, guys,
Back for you tomorrow.
But truly, I wish I had that perseverance and the grit. And I have no doubt that I have never had a doubt of how she can take care of herself. She's a tough cookie, and she even fought my enemies for me on my behalf. But yes, and my princess, now that you are a wife, you will know what I've been through. And why are you guys laughing? But yeah, I call her my princess. So if you are my princess, what does that make you, Garth? No, not the prince, but yeah, you're my son-in-law. And the Shao and the Padillas, we welcome you with an open heart, Garth. And we do. People have been asking me, are you emotional about it? Are you sad that Alex is leaving? I said, marriages and weddings have never been sad for me. Because to me, it's all about the family adding more. So that goes for you, Garth and Alex. Always think that you have a home to go back to in Ligan. Okay, so I love you both. And I wish you a love-enduring marriage. Stick out for each other. Okay.
Does her speech qualified as mine also?
Copy /bar copy.
Thank you everyone for coming. It was such a beautiful day today, and Alex and Garth, I did not cry today. That's what Alex wanted to, but I saw Garth crying. It shows that somehow it assured me that you really love Alex.
Aww.
Right?
He was crying out of
Sadness. But nevertheless, I'm happy to see Garth love you and accept you as what you are. Well, Alex, I would like to tell you guys about Alex.
Oh no.
Well, of the three kids,
Oh no.
Alex is the most mischievous. I'm sure Alex told you the story about me finding out where she was when she was in third year college. She told me that she's going to this place somewhere just near the vicinity. but only to find out through an app, an Apple app, Find My Apple, that she was in one island in the Philippines. That's you have to fly out, meaning against my will. Because she was just student then, and well, she's relying on the allowance that I gave her. But nevertheless, that's Alex. Not only that, but she is, I remember, among the three kids, she's the one always called by the guidance counselor. I remember going to the school, not only once, but maybe twice or three times. And that was during her 4 years in high school. But, well, that's Alex again. But nevertheless, Alex is our princess. We love her so much, and we want her to be happy. I'm sure that I can see in her eyes. I was taking pictures of Alex this afternoon during the wedding, and I can see in her eyes that she's truly happy to be with Garth. So Garth, please take care of our princess, Alex, and your queen. And hope that, we'll see each other more often. Alex, for us, is not, I've been so used to Alex not seeing her all the time. Even at home, Alex is the type that if she wants something, or she can cuddle up with her father. But most of the time, she just doesn't mind. She's the type that doesn't care, something like that. As long as my dad is there, it's okay. But he knows that I love him. But she's not the type who comes to me, maybe to her mom. She's not as showy as maybe I am. Mas affectionate. I'm more affectionate to Alex than her to me. Right, Alex? Maybe?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
But again, we're really truly happy for Alex. And can I come back later after having more wine?
No more. That's enough.
So I can talk more. Anyway, good evening, everyone, and please enjoy.
For those who don't know me, my name is Hannah. I am Alex's cousin best friend, thank you. My dad is the oldest among 6 siblings, and Alex's mom is the youngest. So technically, that makes Alex my cousin, but growing up, we were more like sisters, partners in crime. So the mischievous things that her dad was talking about, I knew everything, and on some mischievous things, I was there. I've known Alex literally since the day she was born. I remember her as a baby, bald, round, and very cute. And according to her mom, she has always been what we call a tough cookie. Whenever their mom would leave the house, her brother Derek, right there,
That one, the older one.
would scream, cry, and throw the biggest tantrums. Meanwhile, baby Alex would just sit there completely unbothered, staring at him with the most judgmental face imaginable. You see, one of the best things about Alex is she is unapologetically herself. She speaks her mind and calls on your BS if necessary. Honestly, if she could talk back then as a baby, she would tell Derek that he's weak and lame, gay. Growing up, Alex and I spent almost every day together with our cousins. We played outside all day, swam until we looked like raisins, and had endless sleepovers. And to this day, our cousin group still tells the same 5 childhood stories over and over again. First one, the great debate of whether we should watch a goofy movie, or a very spicy movie that Ian, my cousin, stole from her dad's secret stash. Goofy movie or body to body? Number 2, the legendary karate flying kick that completely ripped Derek's pajamas, and he had no underwear on. The third one, the bookshelf that somehow fell on Alex's mom during our very intense shark game. Number 4, the time we forced Ethan to perform the song Pretty Pretty Boy by M2M. And the last one, when we played Sims so much that every character we made immediately had a baby. Clearly, we had very strong priorities as children. Eventually, we all started leaving Iligan for university in Manila and later moved to different parts of the world. But in 2017, our friendship had a revival moment. I came back home with a very broken heart, and Alex became my emotional support human. For about a year and a half, I was basically attached to her hip. I cried to her constantly. We spent every day together and returned to our childhood routine, playing outside, swimming, and of course, more sleepovers. During that time, I really got to know the Alex that we all know today. She is fun, incredibly witty, and has a kind of humor that keeps everyone laughing. I'm convinced she has extra brain cells dedicated purely to producing jokes. She walks into a room and instantly brings joy, chaos, and laughter. Then in 2019, she moved to Australia. And I watched her grow into the independent, reliable, disciplined, and incredibly smart woman today. She is truly wise beyond her years. So wise that she ended up with Garth, who is X years older than her. A few years later, while Alex was working at the W, I randomly video called her one day before her shift. She answered with the most excited high school girl voice and said, "Mash, I want you to meet someone." And I said, "Oh my God, who is it?" And she said, "Are you ready?" And I said, "Yes, the suspense is killing me." And then she goes, "Meet God." She had to whisper it because everybody at work knew him. So she flips the camera and shows me a photo of an old grayed hair man saved to her work desk and starts kissing it. And that, kids, is how I met Garth. After that, she started telling me about him and called him her LOML. Love of my life. Lom. I knew Alex very well at this point, and I know she does not throw those words around lightly. That was the moment I knew Garth was special. It's okay, guys, this is my last page. When she told me she was moving to Foster to start a new life with him, I realized this wasn't just a relationship, it was a real deal. Garth, I have to admit, Mitch and I are really looking forward to getting to know you better, because right now I can only say 3 things about you. First, you love singing with your cat. 2, you once worked in the Philippines and clearly loved it so much that you decided to bring home and marry one of our best gems. And third, most importantly, Alex absolutely adores you. I know this because she'll tell me the smallest, simplest story about you, and to her, it's the most exciting thing in the world. You bring out the fun and the child in her, and that says a lot about how safe, happy, and loved she feels with you. And honestly, that's all our family has ever wanted for Alex. Alex and Garth, it is such an honor to be here tonight witnessing the love you share. May you always treat each other with respect, always choose each other, and always remember moments like today when things get difficult. Because on days when life gets hard, you can look back at this room and remember how many people are here supporting and loving you both. We are so excited to have you. Garth, welcome to the family. And Alex, we are so proud of the woman you have become. We love you both. Now please, everyone, raise a glass to Alex and Garth.
Growing up, I would always get annoyed at Alex. She was always the type to be like, look at me, I'm funny. Yeah, she would always try to get all the attention from my parents. So growing up, I would kind of bully her a lot. Which is why it's probably kind of my fault that she's like that now. So Garth, you have me to thank for that, And to everyone else here, I'd like to sincerely apologize to everyone else, because of how she turned out. So yeah, I have this one very vivid memory of me and Alex when I think I was about 4 or 5. So as Baba mentioned, they used to be a huge crybaby. So one day, as my mom was leaving for work, I kept crying at the door. I was like, "Mommy, mommy," and then Alex came up to me. She was a lot smaller than me. She came up to me and she was like, "Oh, it's okay. She's coming back." And I kept doing this with my shoulder. I was like, "Don't make me look bad." As we grew older, though, Alex and I grew really close. So sometimes it felt like she was an older sibling, because I learned a lot from her. Bad things, though. I'll say one good thing about you tonight. So she's someone who doesn't really, give a shit about what other people think about her, which is, important, especially for me. It's a nice thing to have that mindset, She's like my dad. So I believe that's really important, so we can kind of live our lives to the fullest, right? But behind that very in-your-face exterior, she's actually very, very sweet and loving. She's actually kind of a normal human being, just like everyone else. Which is why I'm happy that she finally found Garth. Before she found you, Garth, I thought she was gonna end up alone. I was so sure of it. But I'm happy that she found you. Someone who can stand her. And someone who she'll allow to finally take care of her. I first met Garth when they visited us in the Philippines. And I knew right away that they were good together. Because Garth would laugh at all of her jokes. Everything. Even the ones that weren't funny and were just plain stupid. And I can see that Garth adores her. So back then, when they visited us in the Philippines, we both met Rai and Ava too on that trip, and everyone from our family instantly fell in love with them. Not you, Garth. So when I see them all together, I get happy because I know that my sister will be well taken care of and is surrounded by such a wonderful family. At the end of the day, that's the best thing I can wish for my baby sister. So to Garth, Rai, and Ava, I'd like to again welcome you to the family. And you know, we can all bully Alex together now. Yes. Yeah. And to Papa Freddy, I'm sorry. You've been replaced by a new daddy.
That's crazy. Yeah, hello everyone. I'm Ethan. I'm Alex's little brother. What can I say? I don't really have anything to say. Just joking. So, one thing I really look up to about my sister is how she's unapologetically always herself. Doesn't matter who she's talking to, who's in front of her, she's always gonna be herself. That's one thing I really look up to about her. The first time I met Garth, I knew immediately they were a match. He matches her craziness. And yeah, they're a match made in heaven. So, maybe. I see how Garth treats his children. I see how he's raised such good children in Ava and Rai. And I know she'll be well taken care of. So,
So you're saying he's gonna race me like
yes. Ew. What? Yeah, congrats. I love you.
Before getting started tonight, I just want to acknowledge some of the speeches from earlier. I thought they were great. I don't really have too many notes. Probably could have tightened up a little bit in the middle. It was a little long, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I think most of my notes are really more about the audience than the other people. I kind of felt like a lot of your speech, there was a lot of interesting back and forth, a lot of people commenting. What I'm doing is going to be mostly rhetorical. You can kind of save it, okay? I'll do the chatting here. The other thing I want to mention, there was, I think, a rumour that I'd heard that was being spread by the flower grannies earlier that I hadn't prepared a speech today, and I just want to say I found that quite hurtful and disappointing. You basically had one job, and it was like just be old and adorable and throw petals, but you chose to throw shade. Like I said, it's rhetorical. You don't need to. However, having said that, I haven't actually prepared a speech today. I thought instead of doing a speech today, I might just tell a joke. There's been a lot of speeches, we've heard a lot of them already, so I thought maybe a joke. When I was at the ceremony earlier, there was a lot of talk about Garth and Alex having a similar sense of humour and making each other laugh, and I thought, yeah, they do that. Yeah, why not a joke? But before I get into the joke, I think it's important that everybody understands how jokes work. I don't want to have to go through the joke and people don't quite understand it, so let's talk about how jokes work to start with. So jokes are basically adventures. They're journeys, they have twists and turns, and that's what I'm going to be talking about tonight. Look, I'll give you an example. Basically, imagine a dead monkey. All right, that's sad, right? Okay, now imagine that monkey is wearing a little tuxedo, right? And now it's funny, Okay, so twists and turns, okay. But now, imagine that monkey in a tuxedo is in a casket, in a coffin. That's sad again. But imagine there's like 6 other little monkeys that are like his pallbearers, and now it's funny again. Right? But then one of those pallbearers is his dad. His dad outlived the monkey. It's sad again. And then imagine his pants fell off. Now it's funny again. But then as he was reaching down to pull up his pants, the coffin slid off and it fell down. Now it's just sad and weird, right? But then you look in the coffin and there is no monkey. Now it's a mystery. All right, I'm sorry. Look, I know this is about you guys, and I'll get on. I'll get on with the joke. It's just like, it's just the thing with the monkey, right? He was a fugitive, right? Like he faked his own death. He wasn't really dead. So he made some good investments back in the day and made a lot of money, but he didn't pay his taxes. And then this monkey ended up... and then this monkey decided to go on a game show, and that's the last place you want to be when you're on the run, right? Because now he's in front of a televised audience. And so he finishes the show, and now there's the authorities waiting for him as he walks off the stage. And so now he's been arrested. But here's the thing that most people don't know. You can't take a monkey to jail. You can't. It just doesn't work that way. They can fit through the gaps in the bars. So instead, they took him to a vet. And they put him down. But before they did, they put him in this like little tuxedo. And so now it's funny again. All right. Look, the thing I wanted to say today really is that I think with Garth and Alex, what I love about them is that they do make each other laugh. They connect through their humour. I've never seen Garth as happy as he's been since he's been with Alex, and I wish you both a lifetime of laughter and happiness. And monkeys. And because that's what life is, right? It's like a joke. It's full of twists and turns and ups and downs, sometimes monkeys, sometimes not. But if you keep laughing, you'll get through it. And I'm so excited for you both and wish you all the very best. So lots of love, lots of laughter until death do you part.
Hi everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Ava, but you probably do know me since basically every speech has said my name and I. Now, I don't have much to say because I've just been sitting at my table writing this. So hopefully my speech is still better than Uncle Cameron's joke about fugitive monkeys. But yeah, thank you so much. Dad, I've seen you through so many chapters of life, but I've never seen you as happy as you are with Alex. And Alex, thank you for loving him the way you do. It truly means the world to me. And I'm so grateful that you're part of my life now. I guess that means you're technically my stepmom, even though you make fun of me on a daily basis. You've attacked me, and one time you made me cry by trying to show me your kung fu moves, and you punched me in the face. Another time you tried to shove a sock down my throat, and then and then neighbors gave a noise complaint about screaming. So just like everyone says, you are mischievous and witty. But I'd like to thank you for making my dad so happy, showing him love, and, well, favoriting me against my brother. Every time you go to another country, like the Philippines or somewhere else, you come back and you stealthily give me a gift, and you tell me not to tell Rye. You tell me Rye doesn't deserve a gift because he never gets you anything. For Christmas, Rye didn't get you anything. For your birthday, nothing. He didn't even get you a wedding gift. So, now, Dad and Alex, I wish you a lifetime of happiness, adventures, and all the little moments that make life so special. I don't have anything else to say since I just wrote this, but you're right.
Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, good morning, everyone. Oh, no, wait. Good evening, everyone. For those who don't know me, I'm Rye, Garth's handsome, cool, and amazing son. Yeah, thank you. First of all, I just want to say how happy I am to be here celebrating this very special day with Dad and Alex. When Dad first told me about Alex, I didn't really know what to expect. But when we met her in 2023, it didn't take long to see how kind and welcoming she was. She's always been really great to me and my sister, and that's meant a lot. It's been really special watching their story together. They met while working together in Melbourne, then moved to Foster. And last year we even got to go to the Philippines and meet Alex's family. That was an amazing trip and something I'll always remember. Dad, I just want to say how proud I am to be your son. You've always supported me and been there for me. And I'm really grateful for everything you do to our family. And don't worry, I'll get you $300 one day. Alex, I'm really glad you're a part of our family, even if you're always bullying me and trying to make me sad. My favorite memory of you is whenever you leave to go to the Philippines or China. Because then I know that I can have a few weeks of happiness and pure joy. Or whenever you and Dad bully Ava. Besides that, you've brought so much happiness into Dad's life, and it's great having you with us. And I can promise you that from now on, I will bully you as much as I can. So please join me in raising a glass to Dad and Alex. I wish you a lifetime of happiness, love, and many amazing adventures together. Thank you for listening, and I promise ChatGPT didn't help me with this.
Alex, the thing is, we're basically just saying you're bullying us, and I have to mention, Dad was the one who held me down while Alex tried to stuff his socks into my mouth. So, thank you.
Anyone need to stop?
I was working out.
Have a chair, please.
I then went to the steam room, and I was sitting there, and I was just by myself in the steam room, and I was thinking about how all my favorite people were going to be, traveling to this city just to be with us for today. And I was so glad I was in the steam room so that no one could tell that I was crying, because the steam was running down my cheeks. Honestly, it was steam. But yeah, I mean, it's just incredible that you've all made the effort, and to all of my new Filipino family, I feel so blessed and so honored and thankful that you've welcomed me with such open arms. And my kids. You couldn't have been any sweeter, any friendlier, any more lovely than you've been. You're amazing, and I'm so proud and happy to be part of your family. So thank you so much.
Okay, I actually need a chair, because how many courses do we have left? So I need to sit down while I talk through all the courses. I just wanted to say, today I was not nervous at all. I was super chill, I swear, so chill. I was not pacing in my room at all. And then the minute I heard our song come up for the walk, my heart started racing. And so I got a bit nervous, and I was like, well, why am I nervous? And then I started walking down the aisle, and I saw everyone that I loved. And I think all the Filipinos would know that this is a very intimate wedding. This is really just the people that are nearest and dearest to me. And just like Garth, I feel like it's like few people, a handful of people from Melbourne, but a lot of people traveled far and wide from the US, from the Philippines. People took leave just to celebrate this day with us. And I know it's a very hard time to travel with all the stuff going on in the places. But you all tried and made an effort for us, and it's a Wednesday. It's not a Saturday, but we'll try to make it like a Saturday. But it means so much to us. For me to look out and see the people that have shaped who I am today. My childhood friends, my high school friends, my uni friends, my aunties and uncles that have been through life with me. And yeah, I'm just very grateful, and I really, really, really thank you from the bottom of my heart for not just being here, but also supporting my relationship with Garth. Yeah, it just means so much to us, and cheers. I love you all so much. Okay, Vaughn, play some song that's fun. Play some song.